soft and more absorbent so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way, offering access to product experts to help you quickly and easily find what you need. So whatever your industry, you know you're always getting professional-grade products. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and online at WGNSradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
Good morning. This is Bill Krause on the Roundtable, a thrilling, titillating Thursday morning as we are going to have a lot of fun this morning. Normally we have good chat and discussion, but we asked back a gentleman who was with us last December, Bob Fitzgerald, who has a phenomenal resume, and I want Bob to repeat his resume of his many different journeys of life, and then we will be getting into the fun part. Bob, welcome, and your friend Sam. Right. Sam Kenny. No.
Thanks, Bill. My history. I was a big rock and roller when I was 3 years old. My grandmother got me my first guitar when I was 3, and I was a big Elvis Presley fan, Buddy Holly, and kind of grew up in the 50s and 60s, really attached to music, and thought that I was going to be a rock and roll musician when I got out of high school and graduated. But I graduated at the time of the draft lottery. And my birthday was number 1.
Are you
on the
serious?
Draft lottery.
Wow.
I won the draft lottery. So there was no question that I was going in the military. And so I went to ROTC, through ROTC, so that I could defer that and go in and not get drafted. And so music kind of got put on hold. I always played throughout my military career, but we joke about what kind of a lottery is that to win, but in the end, life-wise, I probably did win the lottery because
you won the big one.
I spent 30 years in the military and had a great time, got to meet my wife and do all kinds of interesting things, and looking back, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. But after 30 years, it was time for me to get back to music. So
your last duty station and duty responsibility in the Army was?
My last duty station was in Stuttgart, Germany, and I was the Inspector General for the European Command. So I was responsible for everybody in Europe and Africa south of the Sahara Desert. So that was my culmination. And
did you write a song when you were walking the Sahara Desert?
No, I might have thought of some of those old water,
yes.
At any rate, and so now I'm just enjoying myself. I have a music studio, lesson studio. That's where I met Sam Keeney here, who's going to play some music for us today, and I teach at Motlow. I was an accountant by trade, a finance officer in the Army, and so I'm using that just to kind of keep me busy. And
you're an excellent teacher, one of the best at Motlow.
Well, thank you very much. I also like to get out and play golf every now and then, so I think I'm going to try to do that today as well.
I have to share this as we were talking before we were on the air. Bob has a regular family get-together of golfing, and he's going to be golfing in Phoenix in June. And in the middle of the summer, in the middle of the afternoon. So you're going to have to sing water, water all over again.
Yes,
well, I'll be thinking of you on the course in Phoenix, Arizona, 120 degrees. But it's dry heat, they say.
That's right.
So tell us about Sam. Tell us about music. Tell us about what you're going to be doing with us this morning.
I'm going to be singing about 5 songs with Bob.
Sam, tell us about you. Born where? Live where? High school?
I was born in around Cleveland, Ohio.
Good old Buckeye.
Yeah, and we've lived in Florida. We've lived over by Stewart's Creek, and we actually live on a farm right now.
You grow, raise. What do you raise and grow?
We got chickens and goats and all kinds of stuff.
And if you gather eggs, that's no yoke.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. And you're going to high school.
Yeah, I go to Siegel High School.
Good. And you see the birds there? A lot of seagulls?
Oh, yeah, a lot of seagulls.
Good, good. And okay, let's go on the music journey.
Okay, I'm going to do a John Denver song for you.
Oh,
I know that
you
every
made
now
my
and then you
day.
like John Denver. This
Mountain,
is a...
Mountain High.
I'm going to stray away from that a little bit. I'm going to play a song that I liked to play for my children when they were young, and now I play for my grandchildren.
Great.
When I was a little bitty boy just up off the floor, we used to go out to Grandma's house every month end or so. We had chicken pie, country ham, homemade butter on the bread. But the best darn thing about Grandma's house was a great big feather bed. Well, it was 9 feet high, 6 feet wide, soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers of 411 geese, took a whole boat of cloth for the tick. It'd hold 8 kids and 4 hound dogs and a piggy we stole from the shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Well, after supper we'd sit around the fire, old folks would spit and chew. Grandpa'd talk about the farm and the war, and Granny'd sing a ballad or two. Well, I'd sit and listen and watch the fire till the cobwebs filled my head. And next thing I know, I'd wake up in the morning in the middle of the old feather bed. Well, it was 9 feet high, 6 feet wide, soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers of 411 geese, took a whole boat of cloth for the tick. It'd hold 8 kids and 4 hound dogs and a piggy we stole from the shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Well, I love my ma and I love my pa. I love Granny and Grandpa too. I went fishing with my uncle. I wrestled with my cousin. I even kissed Aunt Lou. Woo. But if I ever had to make a choice, I guess it ought to be said that I'd trade it all plus a gal down the road for Grandma's feather bed. Yeah, I'd trade it all plus a gal down the road. Well, maybe not the gal down the road. For Grandma's feather bed.
Very, very good. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. Great way to start the morning. You're going to tell us about how you met Sam, what Sam has achieved, and where Sam is going with that
Alrighty.
achievement.
Well, I met Sam when he was probably 8 years old, I'm going to say.
Did you sing that song to him?
He was singing it with me on the way here, so he knows it anyway. And I met him because his older sister used to take guitar lessons from our studio. Mm-hmm. In fact, she started when she was probably 11, maybe not even. You must have been like 6 years old, maybe even, because I can still remember his sister Sydney sitting with her legs dangling on a bar chair, singing songs down in downtown Murfreesboro at a little show we did, and she couldn't have been more than 9 years old. At any rate, they then moved to Florida, but Sydney was so much in. The funny thing about his sister Sydney, and pretty soon I'll start talking about Sam, but just the thing about his sister Sydney, when she was 10 years old, and she had her piggy bank, and we asked her what she was saving her money for, she said, I'm saving my money for a tour bus.
A tour bus.
Because she was going to be the next Taylor Swift. She went down to Florida. They went down to Florida, but she still stayed taking lessons with us using FaceTime on the phone, because she wanted to stay with it. And fortunately for us, they moved back to Murfreesboro after a couple years in Florida. And I think Sam kind of picked up on her interest and excitement with music. And before we knew it, Sydney and I'd be playing songs, and all of a sudden Sam would come in and he'd start singing and all too. And Sydney is in college now, and she's kind of gotten away from the music a little bit. She's getting married next year and growing up. But Sam last year, and I'll let him tell the whole story, but Sam last year was in the Going for American Idol and actually made it through all the primary rounds right up to being on TV. But I don't want to steal his thunder.
Sam, it's yours.
Yeah, my mom actually signed me up for it.
Without your knowledge.
Yeah, without me knowing.
Moms are wonderful, aren't they?
Oh yeah, yeah. And so we got all set up. It was an online audition. And it was like a Zoom call, and we got all set up, and I didn't actually think they would, but they invited me back for another audition, and I went through. I think there were like 7 or maybe 6 rounds, and I got to the last round, and they said that I needed better social media and better story.
Are you going to go back to them?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna try out this year.
What did you sing? What was your? Maybe you have this, Bob, on your list, but are you going to sing what you sang for your audition?
Yeah, I think one of them I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, Sam, sing away, play away, and we are listening.
Okay, this is one that that you and the crowd should know, right?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
And
Yes.
Grandpa Fitz forgot
Yes.
to put the capo on the guitar. Sam, fortunately, didn't. So let's try that again. Take 2.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folks even in a fancy dining car. They're drinking Tennessee whiskey and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep a-moving, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they freed me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
Excellent. And who did that song initially inspire to go on his own and become a huge star? Anybody remember that? When Johnny Cash actually sang that in prison?
In the prison.
In prison, and who was in the crowd as a prisoner and became so inspired to turn his life around and became a legend in his own way. Merle Haggard. Yes, so every time I hear any of the Johnny Cash prison songs, I think of Merle Haggard and how it turned his life away. Do you turn the lives away and lives different at Siegel? Do you play at Siegel?
Try. Yeah.
And do kids enjoy your music?
Yeah, my buddies usually listen to me when I play.
Are they listening because they love it, or are they listening because they like you?
No, because all the girls like to hang around too. And so if Sam's playing, that means there's girls around.
So you're like the attraction. So if they hear that music, they know the young ladies are surrounding the singer. What are we going to play next?
We'll do Jersey Giant by Tyler Childers.
Is that a new song?
Yeah, it's newer.
Okay, it almost sounds like a baseball team. Go for it.
I remember all them summers till my fingers bled. You'd sing a song and I'd sing with you. We get drunk and go to bed. Looking back at all them memories, Lord, I hate to sleep alone. If you ever get the notion that you need me, let me know. It's just 2 hours, get there, babe. I can make it back about an hour or so. Hold you close against my skin. Need a little warmth on a night so cold. Singing songs you used to sing, the one about the lady in the long black veil. Should have seen the warning signs. Lord, I love to hear you well. High and lonesome, hard and strong, even if it was a little out of tune. Hotter than socks on Jersey John. Lord, I thought you hung the moon. I remember all them winters, drinking Woodford till we drown. You get wind about a party, bundle up and go to town. Never worried about the police, never worried much at all. I miss those nights of reckless glory. I'd come back if you'd just call. It's just 2 hours, get there, babe. I can make it back about an hour or so. Hold you close against my skin. Need a little warmth on a night so cold. Singing songs you used to sing, the one about the lady in the long black veil. Should have seen the warning signs. Lord, I love to hear you well. High and lonesome, hard and strong, even if it was a little out of tune. Hotter than socks on Jersey John. Lord, I thought you hung the moon. It's just 2 hours, get there, babe. I can make it back about an hour or so. Hold you close against my skin. Need a little warmth on a night so cold. Singing songs you used to sing, the one about the lady in the long black veil. Should have seen the warning signs. Lord, I love to hear you well. High and lonesome, hard and strong, even if it was a little out of tune. Hotter than socks on a Jersey John. Lord, I thought you hung the moon.
Very, very good. We're this morning with Sam Keeney, who's a student. What year are you going into?
I'm going to senior year.
Senior year at Siegel High School right here in beautiful Murfreesboro. And his mentor, Bob Fitzgerald. Bob, give us the address and phone number of the lesson to be.
It's Johnny Guitars Music Studio. We're co-located with the Sozo Dance Studio at 340 West Broad. It's tucked in behind Toots and the Louisiana seafood folks, kind of back in the parking lot.
Little Cajun there.
Yep, just off Medical Center.
I'm wondering whether you are taking dancing lessons and playing the guitar at the same time.
No, but mentioning dancing lessons, Sam is every bit a dancer as much as he is a singer and guitar player.
And at the same time?
Yep.
We'll be right back. We're having a wonderful morning this beautiful Thursday with Bob Fitzgerald and Sam Keeney. And we shall return for more delightful conversation and more enjoyable music.
Join Murfreesboro on June 9th for the upcoming career fair.
We have healthcare, FedEx, fast food, on-site interviews.
Alex Jones, HR Manager for the City of Murfreesboro.
It's a free event. We're just happy to be able to hold it for different employers.
Career fair outside of Murfreesboro City Hall on the Civic Plaza from 9 to 1.
Some employers, their plan is to potentially offer employment the same day.
The City of Murfreesboro is hosting a career fair on Friday, June the 9th on the Civic Plaza from 9 to 1.
All right, guys, there's a lot of people talking about testosterone, but make sure you do your homework and go to a provider that you can trust. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. Low T Center exclusively specializes in men's wellness. They check all your levels, not just your testosterone, and then they determine the cause of any symptoms you're having and whether you're a candidate for low T or something else like low thyroid or sleep apnea. Typically, their annual health assessment is completely covered by health insurance, and they check everything, including PSA, which is your prostate level, and they check thyroid, liver, and kidney function, cholesterol, glucose levels, and more. Low T Center has affordable and convenient options for treatment, including monitored self-inject treatment that ships directly to you each month, so no need to come to the center each week. Make your health a priority and schedule your annual health assessment at Low T Center today. It's covered by most health insurance or less than $100 cash pay. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment online. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
The Garden Patch Thrift Shop on Spring Street in downtown Murfreesboro.
We are very blessed to have volunteers, to have friends that are decorators that come in and merchandise our store and do our window displays that help with linens, that help with jewelry, that help just make the store look really nice.
Proceeds from sales benefit Greenhouse Ministries, a faith-based nonprofit serving the underserved here in Murfreesboro. The Garden Patch Thrift Shop on Spring Street across from the tall NHC building.
It's Good Neighbor Events. Brought to you by the law offices of John Day, AmeriCare Pest Control, and Cardinal Realty Solutions.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer. And you probably haven't because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
WGNS is happy to share the local events of your church, club, or civic organization. Just let us know about them. And Greenhouse Ministries is offering life skills training every third Tuesday. The goal is to improve and enhance the life skills unique with disabilities. The training includes basic financial transactions, dining etiquette, improving social skills, and public behavior, along with basic hygiene. Again, that is free at Greenhouse Ministries. Once again, Central Magnet School is participating in the Great Race. That's a 2,300-mile race, and this year it starts in St. Augustine, Florida, and goes all the way to Colorado Springs, Colorado. And that includes the 1953 Pontiac Chieftain named Bonnie. Bonnie and the Central team will be traveling along the 2,300-mile route from June the 24th to July 2nd. And WGNS will have daily reports from the team to share with you, along with pictures. That's June 24th through July 2nd. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Good Neighbor weather. We'll see hazy sunshine for this afternoon with high temperatures into the lower 80s. Then for tonight, mostly clear skies with areas of haze, a low of 53. I'm meteorologist Michael Caron, News Radio WGNS. Currently, it's 63.
This is Dr. David Morris with Magnolia Medical Center. Do you suffer from peripheral neuropathy in your hands or feet, burning pain, balance problems, and decreased quality of life? Magnolia Medical Center can help.
Magnolia Medical Center in Murfreesboro. Online at magnoliamedicalcenters.com.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
Hi there, Bill Krause again on the Roundtable on a wonderful, wonderful Thursday morning. Getting a little warm, but this is summertime approaching. We're having a delightful visit this afternoon. I should say delightful musical presentation by, coming back from last December, Bob Fitzgerald, who has one of his many enterings in this journey is being a guitar instructor. And Bob is here with one of his key students who made way up the line to the American Idol show, and he'll be on there one day, I'm sure. I'm very positive and confident, and it's delightful to hear their music. And the music, it just kind of makes us feel happy on a Thursday morning. It gives us an extra footstep to walk through. Bob, what's coming up now?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll do one here, give Sam a break, if that's all right with you.
We always love the Bob Fitzgerald music.
All righty. Well, everybody knows this one. They can sing along at home.
Everyone sing.
Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. In the spring, spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hands touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you.
Everybody sing now, everybody.
Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. Oh, I feel inclined to believe they never would. And now I look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurt, the hurting runs off my shoulder. How can I hurt when loving you? Touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Oh, sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. Oh, I feel inclined to believe they never would. Oh, oh, sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. Oh, I feel inclined to believe they never would. Sweet Caroline.
Very good. Was that North Carolina or South Carolina?
North Carolina. It's North Carolina.
There's a fascinating story recently. Of course, Neil Diamond is no longer singing because of physical issues. But when they debuted in New York on Broadway recently, the show dedicated to Neil Diamond, he was there in the audience. and he got up and sang Sweet Caroline, despite the fact his doctors told him not to sing anymore, and brought that house down. So Sweet Caroline is one of those traditions that will be with us for a long, 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 long time. Sam going to be next?
Yeah.
Sam, what you going to do?
I'm going to do Long White Line by Sturgill Simpson.
See, I'm probably too old to know these new performers. I've got to ask you this before you sing. Who are your 3 favorite performers today? Do you have 3 favorite performers?
Probably Hank Sr.
Hank Sr. in the Cadillac driving through Tennessee and Virginia. Yep.
Probably Zach Bryan.
Okay.
And probably Sturgill Simpson.
Good. So you're basically in more of a countryside.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Okay, let her go.
I won't be around this old town anymore for a long, long time. Gonna hit the road, start looking for the end of that long white line. Tell them I'm somewhere looking for the end of that long white line. I woke up, my baby was gone. Without her, I don't need no home. Gonna hit the road, start looking for the end of that long white line. Gonna hit the road, start looking for the end of that long white line. Went to the bank to get my dough. I don't care where I go. Gonna push their rig till they push their girl out of my mind. If somebody wants to know what's become of this so-and-so, tell them I'm somewhere looking for the end of that long white line. Tell them I'm somewhere looking for the end of that long white line. New York City or St. Joe, Albuquerque, New Mexico. This old rig is humming and a rolling, she's doing fine. If somebody wants to know what's become of this so-and-so, tell them I'm somewhere looking for the end of that long white line. Tell them I'm somewhere looking for the end of that long white line. I won't be around this old town anymore for a long, long time. Gonna hit the road, start looking for the end of that long white line. Tell them I'm somewhere looking for the end of that long white line.
Very good. Congratulations, Sam. Do you sing at events and activities?
Yeah, I usually try and find places to sing.
Where have been some of the places you've performed?
I play at Hank's Honky Tonk.
So that's why you like Hank Sr. It's the name.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Bob, you play professionally in the community.
Oh yeah. Also at Hank's, I kind of got Sam in there, and a lot of my buddy that I play with lives in Tullahoma, and most of our shows are down there. Old Shed Brewery and Arnold Air Force Base we play, and just recently there was a city event where we played out on the lawn one night and get around.
Did people have the same taste as I do in music?
Well, I force them to, because you
good.
and I have the same taste in music, and they get what I play. So if they don't like it, I guess they get up and leave.
So what are you going to play right now?
We're gonna go back in time a little bit.
I love that.
I thought you might put that down. Right?
Time and rhyme.
Okay.
Uptown got its hustlers, the Bowery got its bumps. 46th Street got Big Jim Walker, he's a bull-shooting son of a gun. He's big and dumb as a man can come, but he's stronger than a country horse. And when the bed folks all get together at night, you know they all call Big Jim boss just because. And they say you don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't spin into the wind, you don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim. Well, out of South Alabama come a country boy. He said, I'm looking old shooting boy, my name is Willie McCoy, but now home they call me Slim. Yeah, I'm looking for the king of 42nd Street, driving a drop-top Cadillac. That's me, took all my money, and it may sound funny, but I come to get my money back. Everybody say, Jack, woo, don't you know that you don't tug on Superman's cape? You don't spin into the wind. You don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Jim. Well, a hush fell over the pool room when Jimmy come bopping in off the street. And when the cutting was done, the only part that wasn't bloody was the soles of the big man's feet. Yeah, he was cutting about 100 places, and he was shot in a couple more. And you better believe they sung a different kind of story when Big Jim hit the floor. Oh. Now they say you don't tug on Superman's cape, you don't spit into the wind, you don't pull the mask off the old Lone Ranger, and you don't mess around with Slim.
Very, very good. You know why we have you here this morning? This is in honor of CMA. And with thousands and thousands of people pouring into metropolitan Nashville and the whole middle Tennessee state area, this is our salute. And it is a lot easier to be singing and keeping time to music here on WGNS than it is hitting the crowds of Broadway. But we are so happy to have you here. We'll be right back after this special word.
WGNS is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. MTE has a solar expert and energy services supervisor to help its members understand if solar is right for them and help members avoid possible scams from outside parties. Learn more at mte.com/prosolar.
Looking for a charming home close to downtown and MTSU? Look no further than this 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 0-lot line at 1341 Sharon Court. This home features a spacious living room, an open kitchen, and a primary suite on the main floor. It could be perfect for a family or a couple who wants to live in the middle of everything while still in a private neighborhood. Call for a showing today, 615-542-1915. I'm Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates.
French's, the name to trust. French's, depend on us. French's, a great selection too. We take pride in pleasing you. Get brand names at a lower price. The French family really treats you nice. It makes good sense to shop at French's. French's Shoes and Boots.
That's French's Shoes and Boots, 1837 South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
Here at Bud's Tire, we make buying Michelin tires simpler. I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We offer a straightforward approach to service, including nationwide warranties with every purchase. Stop in today to see our full lineup of Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. For whatever you drive, Michelin and BF Goodrich have a tire to fit any need. Bud's Tire Pros, hassle-free, guaranteed. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstireprostn.com.
We're visiting with Jennifer Sanchez, manager of Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift at 1007 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
You're not just walking into just a big warehouse, you're walking into rooms. We've got a media room, we've got a boutique room, we've got a vintage room, a furniture area, kitchen, all that.
Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift.
Every day you go in there, I promise you it's changing.
Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift, 1007 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Online at steeredstraightthriftstore.org.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and worldwide at WGNSradio.com.
This is Bill Krause, the third and final segment of the Roundtable this wonderful Thursday morning, and we are having a delightful visit by Bob Fitzgerald and his protege, Sam Keeney. and with a musical visit, primarily in honor of CMA Week here in Middle Tennessee. One more time, Bob, give the phone number and the address of your studio.
Johnny Guitars Music Studio at 615-896-5151.
And one more time.
615-896-5151.
Ah, that's great. And strumming along, who's our next number?
Well, I think I'm going to do one. My wife is back in school now, taking classes up in Motlow, which means her evenings are spent studying, writing papers, and things like that. And I find myself sitting on the couch, so I've gotten into watching some of these streaming shows or networks, and gotten into old-time westerns.
Super.
John Wayne especially, Rio Bravo, Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, things like that. And
Gene Pitney would be a good performer to sing.
Yes. And this one kind of reminds me of those westerns. This is a song by a guy named Mark Cross from back in the 70s. Good evening to you, mister, the bounty hunter said. You don't know me, but I know there's a price upon your head. I know you want it dead or alive, but that's what the posters say. But I never shoot a man at night when he ain't had time to pray. So I'll give you until sunrise tomorrow, my friend. Before I come to shoot you down, take your body in. I warn you that I do my work quite well with gun or knife. I've tracked down many a man, and I've taken many a life. Father, do not mourn for me. Mother, do not weep. Whatever a man soweth, that also shall he reap. I spent a long and sleepless night with fear upon my breath, trying to get ready for my morning duel with death. I hid out in a hayloft out on the edge of town, and at sunrise the bounty hunter came to shoot me down. I fired down at the bounty hunter standing in the street. He raised his gun and fired around, the shots back up at me. He hit my chest and shoulder, and the gun flew from my hand. Now I'm trapped up in this hayloft, a wounded, unarmed man. Father, do not mourn for me. Mother, do not weep. Whatever a man soweth, that also shall he reap. Bounty hunter lowers his gun and hollers up at me. Come out and take it like a man, I'll make it quick and clean. I know my time is running out, there's no way I can stall. So I reach and grab the pitchfork that's hanging on the wall. My body arches as I stretch and face the rising sun. And I feel like a warrior's bow, freshly carved and strung. I launch my body through the air, and the pitchfork in my hand stabs the bounty hunter through the chest and pins him to the sand. Now my muscles start to rust, my thoughts are growing cold, while Gabriel and Satan shoot craps for my soul.
Happy movie time. Now, I don't know how the ending came, but I think it's extremely good. Our next number is going to be Sam.
Yep.
And Sam, what are you going to do?
A surprise.
A surprise. I love surprises.
Yeah, we picked this one out. We picked this one out for Bill because Sam He sings, and his main stuff is that newer country, but he's got a knack for the older ones.
Well, he likes Hank Sr. I mean, if Hank Sr. is one of his three.
And this one's not so much a country song.
Okay.
But you'll recognize it, I think.
I hope so, but I know so.
The shock, babe.
Oh, Bobby Darin.
Such teeth, dear.
Louis Armstrong.
It shows them pearly white. Just a jackknife as old Maggie Heath, babe. And it keeps it out of sight. You know when that shark bites with its teeth, babe, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves, oh, where's old Maggie Heath, babe? So there's never a trace of red. Now on the sidewalk, oh, a Sunday morning, lies a body just oozing life. Can someone sneak in round the corner? Could that someone be Mac the Knife? There's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know? Where I see Macbeth just a drooping on down. Oh, that cement is just, it's there for the wait. Yeah, 5 will get you 10. Oh, Mackie's back in town. Now, Jay, about Louis Miller, he disappeared, babe. After drawing out all his hard-earned cash, and now Maggie Heath spends just like a sailor. Could it be our boy's done something rash? Now Jenny Diver, oh yes, Suki Tawdry, oh Miss Lottie Leah, and old Lucy Brown. Oh, the line falls on the right day. Now that Mackie's back in town, I said, J. Diver, oh, yes, Suki Tawdry, oh, Miss Lottie Leah, and old Lucy Brown. Yes, that light falls on the right day. And now that Mackie's back in town. Look out, old Mackie's back.
Very, very good. You know, that brought back a memory of many years ago. While I was an undergraduate at the University of California, Riverside, I was responsible for putting on a concert that the university sponsored, and the featured performer was Louis Armstrong. And when he sang that song, the audience was on its feet. So you just brought back a memory of many, many years ago of Louis Armstrong, but you did a great, great job.
Thank you.
And before we close, and we've still got a few more minutes, got a time for at least another song?
All righty. Well, I'm going to do a Bill Krause favorite. At least I think it is. Well, I know it.
All your songs are my favorite. All your songs.
I know better. I appreciate that. But, yeah. So, and everybody knows this one, too. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. All my memories gather round her, a miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, missed a taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. I hear her voice in the morning hour, she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads, yeah, take me home, down country road.
John Denver again. And you know, you can't help but having that music go through you. I would even imagine if one was driving on I-24 bumper to bumper and they're thinking, is this the country road I'm going back to Murfreesboro in? Is I-24. But you know, that music makes you happy. That music makes you just keep tabs of your fingers in your foot as you're tapping along. It just brings a happiness to it. And we need more happy music. Not only are we honoring CMA being in Middle Tennessee today, we're also actually enjoying music, the roots of country music, which Tennessee is certainly one of the contributors. Let's pick a final song, and before we hit the final song, I want to again thank you, Bob Fitzgerald, and thank you, Sam Keeney, for joining us this Thursday morning, just bringing a little joy to us in a day that we see some smoke coming from Canada and warm weather, but it brings it to light. So we will roll out with this final song. What's the song going to be?
We're going to do an old, this was a song that was hit both country charts and the pop charts back in about 1965. This was the grand entrance of Johnny Rivers onto the scene.
Remember it well.
Standing on a mountain looking down on a city, the way I feel it's a doggone pity. Teardrops are falling down the mountainside. Many times I've been here, many times I cried. We used to be so happy when we were in love, high on a mountain of love. Well, night after night I'll be standing here alone, weeping my heart out till cold gray dawn. You say you're lonely and you come here too, hoping just a chance that I get a glimpse of you. Trying hard to find you somewhere above, high on a mountain of love. A mountain of love, mountain of love. You should be ashamed. You used to be a mountain of love. Will you just change your name? Way down below there's 500,000 people. Somewhere there's a church with a big tall steeple. Inside the church there's an altar filled with flowers. Wedding bells are ringing and they should have been ours. That's why I'm so lonely, tears up above, high on a mountain of love.
Thank you again, Bob, and have a wonderful week.
Mountain of love, you should be ashamed. You used to be a mountain of love. Will you just change your name? Way down below, there's 500,000 people. Somewhere there's a church with a big tall steeple. Inside the church there's an altar filled with flowers. Wedding bells are ringing and they should have been ours. That's why I'm so lonely. Tears up above, high on a mountain